Are you hungry?
Give me something good.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Görgött. Today we're making French toast with salted caramel and cream chantilly or chantilly cream. It's not low calorie, but it's oh so good. But before we have a look at the ingredients, do me the favor, if you're not supporting the channel yet, please do so by clicking the subscribe button and checking the bell icon so that you get notifications. They go out every Tuesday when a new episode is online. But now let's have a look at the board. Star of the show, well, not star of the show, but a very major part of this dish is obviously the bread. French toast is the name for it in English. In French is pain perdu, so lost bread. In Swedish and German, if I would translate it, it's the poor night. It was basically a way in the olden days to still use stale bread. This is not really stale. I made it yesterday. And you can see part of it is already gone, basically half of it. But if you want a recipe for perfect milk bread or Shokupan, I'll leave a link up here. So we need our bread. We need sugar, cream, milk, salt. We need an egg, we need a vanilla pod, and we need some cinnamon. And that's basically it. And there's, you could say, 3 steps to this. You need to make the cream, it's one part. You need to make the salted caramel, second part. And then you need to make the French toast, the third part. And we'll start with the cream. We have our cream, it's 2.5 deciliters. To that, we need to add 25 grams of sugar. Perfect. And into this goes our vanilla. We just split the vanilla pod in half. And then we scrape out all the nice vanilla seeds. You can also do this with like a vanilla essence, if you prefer that, or if that is easier to get. But I prefer the taste of real vanilla. Now, if you have extra time and want extra vanilla flavor, you put this in to the cream for a while as well before you whip it. But this is our chantilly mix. Now we just need to whip it. So in we go with our whisk, and I'll show you again once we're done because this is loud. That's it. We want quite a hard one. Now we put this in the fridge and then we'll continue with the caramel. But that's our cream chantilly. So we'll do this one ingredient at a time. We'll start with 200 grams of sugar. Exact. Almost. Let's take a little bit more. Now, obviously, this doesn't need to be exact. Zero it in again. And then we need 65 grams of water. $66 does it as well. And basically, this is what we start with. And then we're going to add cream to this. So we could take this away and put another container on. It's going to need 150 grams of cream. $154 grams of cream we're going to need. Now, I'm not going to do this now straight away. Let's do the mix for the French toast as well. And then we can move over and do both the caramel and the French toast at the stove. But prepare this for your salted caramel. You're obviously going to need salt as well, but we'll do that on the stove. Now for our French toast mix, we'll put in an egg. We put in cream milk, so half cream, half milk. There's a deciliter of each. And I think we're going to need about 20 grams of sugar. And we'll put some cinnamon in as well. About 2 grams. Now we're just going to mix this up quickly. There we go. And we'll also prepare our bread. Now nice thick slices, what is that? 2 centimeters about. I'm making 2 of these today. Can put these on a plate. And now what we can do is to pour this into the plate, our nice mix. And we put the bread in, and then we can pour some on top. And obviously you want the bread to really soak this in, so we'll turn it as well before we fry it. But prepare that as well. And now we're going to move over, start with the salted caramel, and then we're going to fry up our French toast, and then we'll make it all come together. Our sugar and water mix, put it on high heat. So this is slowly coming to boil now. I'll just tell you, you don't have to do this with water, but it becomes more liquid if you do it with water. You can do this without water. You could also do with adding a bit of butter as well as the cream. But for what I'm using today, I want quite a liquid caramel. So we're doing this version with water. If you do it without water, it's just the same quantity of cream and of sugar, but you leave the water out. Now we can already turn it down a bit. And you kind of move it like this so you get a even coloring of it. So I'll just go in with a whisk to take down the sugar that is on the sides. Now I hope you can see this, but it's starting to change color. It's becoming kind of a bit yellowish. And now it can go quite fast. So you need to be prepared with your cream. You want it to be a really nice golden color. You can also see it's much smaller bubbles now. You have this nice caramel smell, fragrance. I'm quite happy with this color. You see golden. Put a little bit of cream in it first, and then the rest. And now you need to continue whisking. Make sure that it doesn't boil over. If it's about to boil over, just lift it off the stove and continue whisking, and it will calm down. Now we have a wonderful caramel sauce. Now at this stage you could also add butter if you want to, but it's not needed for what we're doing today. I'll put it away a bit, but still so that you can see it. And I'll get our salt, and we'll put in a good measure of salt and mix that in as well. And I'll prepare a bowl where we can pour it into so that it can cool down a bit. Just whisk it a bit more so that the salt dissolves. And it's going to be a really nice salty caramel flavor that goes well with the kind of sweetness of the rest. Obviously the salty caramel is also sweet, but the salt really gives it an edge. I'm a big fan of salty things for dessert. Not only salty, but salty and sweet. So our salted caramel is done. Now we just pour it over and let it cool down in this container. Our frying pan with a little bit of fat in it. I'll just show you our French toast nicely soaked. Now we don't want this too hot. I have it on 5 out of 9. Put our toast in. Let's see the color. Nice and golden. We might turn it a little bit, we might turn it once more to get a little bit more color. Now, I mean, you can make French toast in so many different ways. You can make it with maple syrup, or you can put some sugar in here to caramelize it. But since we're having sugar in the form of the salted caramel and also the sweet cream, you don't need sugar at this stage. So, beautiful side. Let's do a little bit more on the other side, and then we're ready to serve this up. So I'll see you back at the cutting board. We have our beautiful French toast. Now we're going to put some of our Chantilly cream. You know what? I'm going to get a second spoon, and we'll see if we can make some kind of a more of a nice shape. Now this will melt quite quickly, so let's try to be fast. Our caramel, drizzle over, good amount. We'll do a little bit on the side as well, running down. You can never have too much caramel. And now we're ready to dig in. This is really one of these kind of straight from your lips to your hips situations. This is so perverse, but really, really good. Probably cannot eat it more than maybe once a month. And it really needs the salty caramel, because otherwise it will be too sweet. If you just make a normal caramel, I think it will be too sweet. Now, if you want to go down a little bit on the sweetness, you could make the cream without the sugar. It wouldn't be a Chantilly cream then, but it would be kind of a vanilla cream. Because between you and me, it doesn't need the extra sweetness. Just the vanilla cream is fine as well. I wanted to show you the version with the proper Chantilly cream. This is to die for. But you might have to go to the gym afterwards to work the calories off. I don't even know how many calories are in there. I don't want to know. But if you stuck with me this far, as always, do me the huge favor, hit the thumbs up button. It's just down there and it takes you a second. And please leave a comment, let me know what you liked or didn't like. But this is it for today. Don't forget, if you're not subscribing yet, please do so and check the bell icon. Take care. Bye-bye.